morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing this beautiful Thursday morning? I am getting ready to make a tote that I'm really excited about, and hopefully if I finish it soon, I can cut out the other one and film it today. If not, I can film it tomorrow. But I'm really excited about it because it has some different features that I haven't seen before for the interior and the exterior. So I'm excited about it. I feel like it'll be a good spring tote and something that everyone will want to carry. I don't have to pack any sales today. I got sales overnight, but they're not getting shipped until tomorrow. So maybe I can get ahead of it and make my thank you gifts right now today. Today is mostly just sewing up patterns and seeing which ones I'm going to film. I have a couple pouches I want to sew up, and then I probably want to film them next week so they can be available. Tomorrow, what will be available tomorrow? Oh, the Lamanza clutch will be available tomorrow. It will go live at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm really excited about that. Yesterday, I released the cam snaps, and I enjoyed that. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Good morning. I haven't yesterday, even though I was down here in the workroom, I was cleaning up mostly, and I cut out the tote, but I didn't sew yesterday. Yesterday was like, ooh, it was pretty like crazy. It was like one thing after another. So I was trying to woo-saw it out. So I'm hoping to get back into like sewing everything today and tidying up and getting ready to do some. I have some cool Novas notions, things that I have never tried before. So I'm hoping I could experiment with some of them and maybe film some of those today too. I'm trying to get my catalog up for filming because when Awesome Con comes around that week, it's going to be pure madness. Because it's all about bagging and tagging and getting things ready. But I think I might have a system now to create barcodes, and then on the barcodes when they get scanned, I could put the information in, like what the tote pattern is, where I got the fabric, and how many did I make of the bag, and therefore then it'll be like less chaotic. Because sometimes I'll double sell something, and it's just by like simple grace that I'm able to have enough materials to make a second one. It's very easy sew. I like easy sews. There's a sew. We're gonna have a sew with a special guest on not this Friday, but next Friday, and it's a bag that needs no zippers and it has no hardware. So I'm really excited about that too. And then tomorrow is the first. It's St. Patty's Day, so everyone has to sport their green. And I'm going to be sewing live with Amanda on her Facebook group or one of the Facebook groups, and I'll put a link for everything tomorrow morning. And I'll also put it in the community post just in case the comments don't show up. I have no idea. The only thing I could think of is that when I upload videos, if I don't keep the screen on until everything's uploaded, it won't load. So I'm trying to figure out why my comments are not showing up for like 24 hours. I don't know if it has to go through the like Facebook check system to make sure that it truly was, it's kid friendly, blah, blah, blah. That's the only thing I could think of. I'm looking up the bookish tote right now. Oh, yeah. You can make a lot of like cool little bags with that. I usually take I like to make these grocery bags with a similar pattern. Yeah, I like breezy ones. There's a couple of pouches I'm going to be sewing up too. I was lucky enough to, this person, I know you've seen their pouches. They have essential oils and stuff. I'm going to be making a tutorial for that one. And I'm actually really excited about that because I weirdly started getting into it. I am now, like, if you ask me what to use essential oils for, I suck. I pretty much like Google everything. And, but there was Bug Be Gone somebody gave me, and it helped kept the mosquitoes at bay at least a little bit last year. So I started getting into that. And then I don't know, I just like the way essential oils smell. So I would like to have a little case to hold them instead of them just rolling around on my nightstand. Good morning, Beverly. Yeah, they roll around. They just, and then one of them, it was, I don't know if it was someone gave me like this really citrus one, and I love the way it smelled. And I was like, Kendall, smell this. Somehow, some way, it got into his like 2 drawers, like where he puts his like his little notions, and it exploded. So our whole room smelled like citrus for like a week and a half, and I have no idea what I did wrong. Good morning. It was very interesting. It was interesting. So, but I do the Bug Be Gone, and there's one for headaches that I like the smell of it. It doesn't take away the headache, but it's a nice smell. So yeah, but so I reached out to the person for the essential oil case, and they said I can make a tutorial. And then there's another pouch that I like that the binding is on the outside and it looks really cool. And I thought that would be a fun pouch to make too, because I know a lot of people are about to go into craft season or sell at farmers markets or rodeos, and making like fast stuff can help a lot. Good morning. Yeah, so that's all I plan today is the Olivia tote, and I need to fold fabric and put it in the bins because I have like, I'm looking at a lot of fabric and it needs to be put away. My silhouette should be coming in tomorrow. I finally pegged it down to that. It was between that and the sizer from Romeo. My only issue with Romeo one is, and I really wanted the Romeo one, was the price is like $200 more than the silhouette. And the other issue is no one could tell me if it can cut into leather or like vinyl, not HTV, but like faux leather. But I'm excited. I'm excited about getting the silhouette. I still have my like reservations if I should bring everything back and get the Romeo and go from there, because I don't see like hardly very few videos on it, but I'm still researching it. I've had the most interesting bad luck with this silhouette. I think maybe that's what's making me have a bad taste in my mouth. I purchased it on March 6th from Joann's. I still don't have it. It's been lost in California for over 10 days now because they shipped it out on the 6th from Valencia, California, and it has not been scanned since. And Joann's is so difficult with trying to find people to go help you with assistance on from FedEx, and it's just been very frustrating. It's to the point now that I honestly believe when it comes in, I might take all the things I bought for it, return it, and go buy another thing from another company because it's been a little bit of a nightmare. Ooh, the Finch Hobo bag. I mean, you guys are making me look up all these different bags. I'm going to try the Maeve. I'm going to do it binding. I was talking to my friend Susie, and she wants to possibly do one with me. Oh, that's an okay. Hold on. Oh, that from Bagstock. I never made that one. That's really pretty. I like the shape. I love that it has a recessed zipper. Okay, why is the picture with this car though amazing? I'll be like, I need to buy this bag because that car is amazing. Oh yeah, have you guys been waiting on getting Bagstock patterns? I got a message yesterday from subscribers. They're going up $1 as of April 1st because of the economy and everything. So if you want to get your Bagstock patterns, get them now before April the 1st. because they'll go up $1. Yeah, exactly. See, Jenny, we're kismet. We're right here. We're doing like we're thinking, and that's exactly what I want this to be like, where we all are like telling each other stuff that the other people may not be aware of. And yes, her prices are going up, and it's good for her because her prices are on the lower side of what we see patterns are right now, and her patterns are very detailed oriented. You can't get wrong with that. And then there's a lot of people love her patterns so much. There's so many different subscribers do so many videos for her bags because they're very like her writing style is very, very good. She's very inexpensive, very, very, and her patterns are worth just as much as everyone else's on there. They're just really good patterns. So I'm glad I got that. This is the reason why I tell people to subscribe to the designers that you like. Kind of like if you have an author that you like on Audible, follow them, because then Audible will send you something like, "Hey, there's a pre-order for this person's book, and it comes out XYZ." It's the same thing with these people with a subscribing to your designer, because they'll tell you there's like a special sell for being a subscriber. They'll tell you if their prices are going up or if they're having a new pattern about to be launched. It's worth it. And I think good for her because like she has a lot of patterns and her patterns are not expensive at all. The $6.95, we're thinking about it, most patterns we pay for are like $10 and they're like what, 20% off or 10% off during the week that they launch, and then they go back to the regular price unless there's like a holiday sale or something like that. So it'd be good for her. Yeah, because I know people like want to complain, but like the thing is that at the end of the day, she's giving notice. It's not like a surprise attack, like surprise, your the prices are up. So yeah, I actually bought my first. Okay, I have a lot of her patterns, but I've never owned the everyday tote. I bought that this week. That was I was like, I swear, I think I made this. I think I made this, but no, I have not. So yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, 10 or $12. Yeah, it's the price. I mean, and they're worth the 10 or $12. I feel like every designer is worth what they get, because if you're making more than one of their bag, you already made a profit off their pattern. I'm just like, it's the blueprints for us. I feel like designers shouldn't have to necessarily go on sale. I understand that that can draw more people in, but they put so much work and time and effort into every testing, like a million bags and all that stuff. So they're worth it. Hmm. That I can see that too. Or if it's like the zipper goes all the way through to the gusset, you always can make like smaller tabs on it. Like if the zipper's 12 inches, make it 11 and have half-inch zipper tabs. And so that way when you bind it, it's just material instead of zippers. You lose an inch of the opening, but it'll be easier to bind on both sides. Yeah, I love the sunshine wristlet. It's absolutely beautiful. My favorite is the Trailblazer. I get a lot of sales from that. People really like it, and it's not it's hilarious. It's never meant, no one ever uses it as a baby bag. I think I made one as a baby bag. Everybody else is mostly like hikers or people that ride the rails to like through DC, or their community in New York, and they like how it looks to put their laptop and all their stuff in there. But I've only made it once as a baby bag, and I honestly have made the the Trailblazer, I think, more than 45 times easy. Hello. Yeah, I just bought the Maeve this morning, and because I was talking to Susie, and she was like, "Oh, when are you gonna make it?" I want to make it. So hopefully, over the weekend I can cut it out, and then I can just make it during the week because it looks super cute, like really cute. Yeah, it's kind of okay. So I'm like that with webbing hardware and it pretty much anything in my sewing room. I buy things on not even when everybody's flexing and getting stuff. I buy things on spare of the moment, never knowing what the project's going to be for. Um, like I bought what did I buy? I bought some oilskin fabric from Al Francis, and I have had it on a roll for 2 years. And then yesterday I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to use this for. Good morning. So yeah, I just buy what I feel in my gut that I'm going to use, not necessarily knowing what kind of project I'm going to use it for. It all kind of just comes together in the end. So yeah, my I think I need to pay more attention to if I had to be cognizant of colorways or in or anything in my room, it would be webbing. Um, because I'm not a fan of seatbelt webbing. I think seatbelt webbing combined with like a cotton webbing is actually beautiful. I think seatbelt webbing itself it slides too easily through the sliders, which can mess with the adjustment on a person throughout the day. I just don't like seatbelt webbing. But when Amy Bedhog Designs did the webbing on top of the cotton, I thought that was the most gorgeous thing. And she did it where like the webbing was 1.5 inch and the cotton was one, or the seatbelt webbing was 1 inch and there was 3/4 of an inch cotton, and it just like it looks amazing because the cotton helps lock the bag into place once you adjust it and it won't slide. My problem is I never have the right colors and webbing at all. Like it draws me the crazier the print on a webbing, it draws me, and then I'm like, wait, I have no black webbing. Wait, I have no brown webbing. Wait, I need to get better at webbing. No, I don't know. Oh yeah, Alchemats on Friday they're gonna have a pre-order, but their pre-order turnaround time is I think 10 to 18 weeks, but it's worth it. I showed the bag where had the Nevermore symbol on a magnet on my Wednesday Spire bag. I was trying to see if I have it around because I believe it opens either tomorrow or Saturday. I think it's the 18th. I so she will have these magnets, and they have matching zipper pulls, and she will also have hard fabric. So these will be available. I think it's the 18th. So that's the only person I've seen with it, and she's the only person I've seen that actually has like it's dead on like the Nevermore symbol. It's so cool. Good morning. Yeah, mine's is webbing because like that's why sometimes when you see my bags or whatever, I'll like change it out. Like I'll make the strapping or like whatever because I'm really bad at picking out webbing colors. I always get drawn to the most odd prints, and then they don't go with that very much. Yeah, it could be that because okay, the seatbelt webbing, the weave it in the weft is first of all it's polyester, and so it's like kind of fused together. So when you puncture a hole, I have two problems with this. I don't like polyester webbing because it's the same thing. If you punch a hole through it and you don't like melt it, it can start like unraveling because you broke apart that weft and weave. So what a lot of people do is put like a band, something over their webbing, like cork or waterproof canvas, and that helps out tremendously. But my issue that I have with the seatbelt webbing is whether you have a triglider that's like a regular one that's a regular size that has the metal bar moving back and forth, or like a flat one that we usually complain at we can't put hardware in, it slides. It just slides, and I don't know. I prefer cotton webbing, but that's just personal preference. Alchemats. It's mine. It's my pattern. I've been I took like five different patterns, and then start sketching out my own pattern pieces. Yeah, very true. But I like for cotton, I like to do the same thing. I'll put like a little cap of That's why I save like scraps like no one's business, and I save waterproof canvas because I will just take it and put a little cap on it and go for it. And then when it's cotton, I'll just put as you see right here, I have it right here on my table. I'll use Fray Check, put that little faux leather or vinyl or whatever I have on hand cap, and I never have any issues. I do like there's a polyester cotton version. A lot of people don't make it. It's usually one of those shops that are across the sea that have it. I do like that because you still can milk the edges, but it feels like cotton. Good morning, Gypsy. So that I don't know, but yeah, I was reading the comments about the Maeve after someone did it, and I was like, a lot of people were worried about doing binding with the zipper, and all I kept thinking about it might be easier if there was like tabs on the end, even if it's because I think isn't Lynn's Maid's seam allowance either 1/4 of an inch or 3/8 of an inch. So if you do like a 1/2 an inch on each side, then it won't get caught in there in the binding. Good morning, Deb. It's that will be the resolution because immediately when I seen the bag, I was like, oh, I'm gonna bind this because like the shape of it is such a perfect arch. I mean, I could definitely birth it. I could give it birthing a try. I like binding stuff. I feel like I'm done faster, even though maybe I'm not. Alchemats. Give me a moment. Let's see. It's won't. You need to go be on their Facebook page so they can tell you when they'll be on sale. Hold on. My phone is so stupid sometimes. All right. My phone has this update and everything is just like not the best. So yeah, and it's like I said, it's 10 to 18 weeks turnaround time. So there's that. So yeah, she's the only one that I've seen that has it, and then she also is going to have Wednesday's pinstripe, the gray and black, and she's also going to have Nevermore's the blue and black. So there's a lot of stuff. She has a lot of cool prints with it. That's a fun round. That round's going to get me. I'm going to be broken because I'm seeing everyone's. It's different when you're striking it and you're seeing everybody's work with it, and you're just like, Ironheart alone is gonna like. I already know I'm gonna spend obscene amount of monies because I love Ironheart. I love Riri. So yeah, I'm excited about that, and I know that she's also has something planned for May the 4th. So Olivia knows how to kick off May the 4th really well. You're welcome. My my phone keeps going back to Facebook and YouTube, just like glitching between. I don't have no. My phone is like. I think it's me. They have replaced this phone. They try to fix the phone the first time. They put a new battery in, but then everything was on dim settings, so they fixed that. Okay, so then they one. There was this one time, like I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. With this fold, and somebody warned me about it, but I was like, no, why would Samsung put out something that's, not 100%? So with this fold, sometimes you'll get spots of lighting like this. This is how it starts off, and then there'll be like little lights all throughout it. And then what happened last time, a light came all the way through here, and if you remember, I couldn't use my phone. So this is the replacement phone, and it's already doing exactly what the other phone did. As much as I like the features on the Fold, because this like doubles down as a tablet, I can have like 5 things open at once. And for my little mind to go back and forth, it's amazing. I can't explain to you. Like it is the weirdest thing. And every time there's an update, like the phone acts even more wonky. Yeah, 100%. It's possessed. And it's weird because they're like, AT&T's like, yeah, it's just a problem with the phone. But then why replace it with the same exact phone, knowing the fact that you're going to have to take it out and change the battery? Like, wouldn't you put the new battery in before you give the person the phone? I'm just Oh, I'm not too sure. I don't know. Zorel might have some. I bought from her when I buy from her like when I go to like So Magicals. And then I buy from her because she's the only person that has the Wanda pulls for the bags when I make the Wanda bags. I don't buy from her very often. I did wanted to get the seam roller that she had that was rainbow, but then I forgot about it. I'm not too sure what she has available. But I strike for Alchemets, and Olivia is pretty amazing. Her detail to design is out of this world. Oh yeah. Well, are you are you doing it the way somebody showed and so whatever the way told people how I'm do it with the twill. I use twill tape in 1 inch wide DST, and I never have any issues. I even one time was kind of bored and I wanted to experiment of putting beacon glue on one side, like draw a half of an inch and put beacon glue and put that half an inch on and let it like dry for like, beacon glue dries in like 2 minutes, and folding it over, and that worked for me too. I love glue and double-sided tape. Good morning, Michelle. Yeah, I'm a binding queen. I don't mind birthing, but I think what people I don't mind birthing. My issue with birthing is that if you don't have the right interfacings in, or you didn't let your glue cure to the fabric long enough, like overnight, you're gonna get wrinkles. And there are things you can do, like if you have a blow dryer, you can hit it with the blow dryer and get the vinyl and the waterproof canvas all warm and pliable, and then pull it through. I didn't have a blow dryer down here, but do you know like the heat guns that you use for foiling for paper craft? I would hit it with that. It'll be really warm and flip that, and it would always work. Or you could use your iron on your ironing board and hit it with so much steam, and then put your bag on top of the ironing board, and then hurry up and pull it through. It it really works. Heat works so well in trying to manipulate vinyl and waterproof canvas. It's just learning how much heat and how much heat is too much heat. Oh, I'm so sorry about your chemical burn. I hope make sure you take it easy. Don't overdo anything. Yeah, the heating gun. I That is a weird trick for me because I don't have a blow dryer in my workroom. So when people say that, I'm like, so you want me to go upstairs to my bedroom to get a blow dryer? I don't think I think you are overestimating how crafty I am. I'm super lazy. So if it's within arm reach, I'm gonna go for it. So I have a glue gun, a hot glue thing, not a glue gun, but a hot machine to do foils on and like shrink things. Like like shrink the cording and whatever. So one day I was like, I wonder if this works. So I didn't put it like on it like this because you're asking for a fire. I had it around, and you can just start feeling the vinyl and waterproof canvas get like not mushy, but it's like kind of falling in. It's more pliable. Turn that bad boy around. If you don't have a gun and you use an iron, you can warm up the iron and steam out your board. And if that's it, you're like, no, I use my heat press. Turn that bad boy on. Go get a paper towel. Get it nice and wet. Wring out all the water. Put it on top. Put it inside of your two on top of your two. I don't know if you use parchment paper or the other stuff. Put it down for 30 seconds or 3 seconds, and then lift it up and put your bag on it, and the still be steam coming up from that because of the wet paper towel. Yeah, I have that one too. That one set on fire. I'm not the best with tools sometimes. So, yeah, I was using it, and Kindle was talking to me, and it just caught on fire. And I was like, what is wrong with my tools? It caught That's the second heat tool that caught on fire with me. I think it's me. It's 100% me. But the Tim Holtz one is so pretty. Just like, have you seen his cutter? So as I'm like looking for like silhouettes or cameos, brother scanning cuts, I'm looking through all this research. Tim Holtz comes together, and he has a cutter, and it's jet black. It looks gorgeous. I don't know what it does. I haven't seen it in person, but it's absolutely stunning. I'm like, every time he comes out with some kind of tool, it is beautiful. Yeah. I know there's always a new one. Just like a Janome has a cutter. I had no idea. You go down the cutter rabbit hole. The first set of layers you're going to get are people comparing the Cameo and Silhouette, and like no one's mentioning Brothers. I got to tell you, I like Brothers for like chipboards and like applique designs and anything that you're getting from Brothers. The way that they talk to the machines is amazing, but I've had issues with SVG files not being the size that they are. And I thought it was just me until I went to a lot of Brothers forum and they said that's like the number one issue with Brothers Scan and Cut is it not cutting the actual size of the SVG, even though your 1-inch square is matching up. And I was like, oh my God. And this actually happened to be when I was making the Mayfield. I got the SVG files. I'm doing like the happy dance and they cut it out. And when I came, I was like, there's no way this name facing plate is like 4 inches. And it was literally off by 2 inches, all the pieces. And I was hot because there were the rolls of vinyl, not like the ones you get at, where I normally use at Fabric Wholesale Direct. I was hot. I was super hot. And then that's when I found out about that. Now, weirdly, when you do an applique and your machine, your sewing machine is talking to your thing, everything comes out perfect. Rhinestones comes out perfect. Chipboard comes out perfect. Paper lamps, everything comes out absolutely perfect. It's just something with outside SVG files not coming out perfect. And you can be opening Canvas and it's like a hit or a miss. Like I had some that are like bam, bam, bam hits, and then some that are don't. My SVG file from Nicole for the little zipper wallet thing, perfect every single time. And that bad boy cuts out in like 1 minute. You want to talk about a really nice gift to give someone that will cost you hardly nothing, just a piece of material and one zipper. And everybody's like, oh my God, it's so amazing. Yeah. Well, so I wanted, okay, so I was like, what is higher than a Silhouette? So when I start diving in, there goes Sizer, there goes the Silver Bullet, there goes all these other ones. So the one that's in between that doesn't cost like $1,000 is Sizer has the Juliet that's the same price as the Cameo Pro, and then they have a 20, but that one's only like I think it's 18 inches or 12 inches, one of those, and then their next one up is 24 inches and it's called Romeo. And there's one particular person that does videos on it. She's actually known for doing several videos for Silhouette, Brothers, all the stuff. She has tons of information, and then sometimes her husband gets in it and it's like hilarious. It's super cute. But the Sizer Romeo, I believe, came out in November of last year, so there's not a whole bunch of information about it, and I refuse to pay that amount of money not knowing if I can cut vinyl or leather. Yeah. Well, see, the reason why I wanted a 24-inch, I like to make I like to make vintage dresses. Again, if you hop on over to my Instagram account, you can see that I'm obsessed with Gertie's patterns. Anytime she has a pattern, I want to make it. And the nerdier I can make nerdier I can make it, the better it is. So, like a lot of my 50s dresses are usually really nerdy fabrics that I turn into her dresses. I seen somebody in one of the silhouette groups cut out pattern pieces with their 24-inch. Like I was like, what? And then they were showing people how they cut out like the skirt pattern without using a mat and all that stuff like that. I'm like, excuse me. So after I started, doing that, I thought it was really cool. And then I seen somebody else in the bag making world, like she was able to put like four purse pals on the 24-inch plate. So she sells her purse pals at rodeos, and she's able to cut 4 and just like pretty much walk away from her machine. And I'm like, all right, I might want to do this. Yeah, and that's the thing. I want to get one. I have the Silhouette Pro coming. But have you ever just had something bad happen to the thing that you purchased and then it just like you feel like it's tainted? Like it has to be some kind of weird, or I'm telling you, if you looked at my FedEx thing, And then everything I went through yesterday with FedEx and Joann's, I was like, I never want to buy from Joann's again, knowing from the fact that I'm going to do it. They're like Amazon. There's a need for them, because if I have a project and or a order and I know I can get the stuff from Joann's versus Amazon, I'm gonna go to Joann's. Yeah, they have a couple. There's a couple. I have a heat press. I got it from Amazon. If I knew what I knew now, I probably would get it from like one of those t-shirt heat press stores, because especially one that's been around for a few years, because they offer warranties. If something goes wrong, they have customer service and have someone to help you. I'm one of those people that if I go get a vacuum cleaner, I'm buying the warranty. If I go get a computer, I'm buying the warranty, because with the warranty comes somebody over the phone that can help me like negotiate the problems. That's one of the reasons why I always tell people to get a Juki. Um, like if they're going to get the semi industrial one, like the one that Sarah Lawson has, get it, because the Juki customer service is in Florida, and the guy is hilarious and he's funny and he will walk you through any issues you have. And if you get an industrial, make sure you get it from someone like Steve at Gold, or Steve at Sewing Gold, or like um Sunny Sewing in Texas, because I personally seen I got all mine from Steve. So look, I've had issues and he will FaceTime me and we will figure it out and it works. There was he has done things that I don't even want to express, because I don't want people to put it on him like what he did for me. He's helped above and beyond. Monica got hers from Sunny Sewing and she had issues with her Skyver when she first got it, and they would be FaceTiming. And then he also drove down like 2 hours out of his way to come and help her. That's what you want. You want people that are willing to go the extra mile to help you. So when you buy tools, a heat press is not cheap. It, like, knowing what I know now, I would have went through so a reputable t-shirt place that sells heat presses. Oh, yeah, Joann's online is absolutely horrible. Like I was on, like I bought all the mats, the craft blades, because I've been listening to people in cutting groups like getting the craft blades because it cuts vinyl and leather really well. I got all the special attachments, extra sticky mats, everything. I have everything just like chilling. I even got like a carrying case to put it in when I'm not using it. And I bought this on like midnight on, like it was like early in the morning on the 6th. And then they said everything shipped out on the 7th. And I was like, cool, cool, cool. I got everything except the actual machine. And because they're now saying that there was a weather delay, I'm wondering when the machine gets to me if it's going to be broken. The last time it was scanned was the 7th. There has been no scan since. And then when I called them, they're like, yeah, you're almost past that 10-day mark. You need to file a lost claim package. I can't file it, only the shipper can. So I'm like, this this sucks. And what I keep getting from them is once it leaves their hands, it's out of their control. I'm like, yeah, no. I know, I hear really good things about the circuit maker. I like watching all their videos. There's certain people that I watch just automatically. They have like the coolest videos. But there's this lady that she does reviews and she uses all like expensive cutters from like pro cutters that will and to circuit, silhouette, brother scan and cut. She uses all, and then she has this one particular video where she breaks down why she thinks which one is the best for your buck and like their pros and their cons. Like I definitely found out the rabbit hole with her. She tests for people cutters. That's what she does for a living. She tests cutters. So I was like, oh my God, that is such a cool job. I'll be like, let's make all the stuff. See, and that's why, Michelle, that's exactly why I do warranties, because they can fix things that are replace things. Same with this phone. I paid for the warranty, and grant you, I keep getting this dang phone back and getting the same issues. But every time I get a new phone versus one, because like the first phone, I was literally in tears because I was only able to use one screen, and I'm used to texting like this, not like in this small area that's not even 3 inches. I'm like, what the hell? This is like the flip phones. I haven't done that in a long time. Yeah, they're really weird about charging fees. They as long as the box is not open, they can't charge the restock fee. But I'm like, how am I supposed to tell if it's broken or not if I can't open the box? That just makes things super uncomfortable. So the lady advised me, and I quote, to bring the box to Joann's and have a manager open it, and they could test it. And if it's broken, then you get your full funds. I'm like, okay. Yeah, like, no, I don't understand. I'm really frustrated because, like, I turned in my note, the last note that they made to get this, and because it's supposed to be comparable to the note, and it's not. It is so not. Yes, you can get the pen. It's not. And it's super frustrating because, like, these phones are basically baby computers. You pay so much money for them. I don't know. And I know my husband every day he looks at my phone and he's just like, like, what's wrong with your phone today? And I'm like, I don't know. It has like starlight burst all over, and then I already know what's gonna happen. Next week there'll be another light, and then there'll be another light the following week, and then the light will go down the line of the fold crease, and then it's over. Yeah. Normally I'm pretty okay with working with a phone that's like not 100%, but this one particular it just drives me nuts. I know. I think I might I try not to do the upgrades because they're we 2 out of our 3 kids like have their phones and then they always want to be upgraded. But this I might have to actually suck it up and do the upgrade because I have no idea why it's doing what it's doing. And then now I'm more concerned because I use my phone um as part like when I'm at cons, like if my kiosk is if I have a small little kiosk and if Faith is selling something to someone else and she's using the kiosk and I'm using my phone to do the other payments. Like if someone wants to do Apple Pay or Google Pay or like sending someone a Square invoice and they send it right back to me. Yeah, I do have a Facebook group. I'm not super I just basically show what I'm going to be teaching next. Um, and also, it's a cool place where people that are part of my Patreon they can show off the bags that they made off of the modifications we made. So I always think that's fun. Let me get that. It's just just go in there. It'll be fine. Computer, just do it. It'll be fine. Um, nope, that's not what I wanted. All right, let me get this link. All right, that's my link. Yeah, so like you'll see there's a Mabel because we modified Mabel last month, and you'll see other people. We were basing it off the Soho bag from Michael Kors, and it's pretty cool. So I don't blame you. Like I sometimes sometimes I want to have like just a different name and just to post my bags because I feel I feel like social media gets me like have extreme anxiety because it's like have you ever okay, just one day, next time a bag pattern comes out and the designer is crafty enough to do a video, go in the comments. Like people feel the need to express negativity so much. And I grant you that's their personal opinion and they're entitled to it. But sometimes I don't think people understand that by you expressing it, it could be something that's left in that person's head and it creates self-doubt. And I don't know. It's just weird because I don't want to tone police anyone. Like you should be able to say what you want to say, but some things that they say, like I don't know. It's just it's easier for me to be like just be anonymous and here's my thing. If I'm not feeling a pattern or if a pattern I understand expressing to someone that the pattern's difficult, but why not just message or the person that designed the pattern and say, "Hey, I'm struggling. Do you know if there's any YouTubers that can help with this part of the bag because I'm having a hard time?" And that's honest feedback for a designer. But like to go on the page and go on rants about designs and stuff like that is just no. Hello, Delva. Yeah, it's the comments. Like some people's comments are just too much. And I get it. We can't be all optimistic. We can't be happy go lucky the whole time. Um, but I don't know. It's just some things I when I read, I'm just like, there was another way you could have went around this. Just I don't know. That's why I like love designers because I feel like they have to have thick skin because people just spout a lot of negativity. So, but yeah, no, I don't know. I get like weird questions when I put my bag. I was telling Monica like I get the weirdest questions, and then I'll have people messaging me. Most of the people that message me, 70% are asking me about a technique, and I'll be more than willing to help. It just takes me a while to put the words together because how I want to say it may not come across right, so I have to like edit, type it out, edit, like whatever. But then there's other people that like will say things like, "Oh, you use Disney fabric?" They're going to wind up suing you and taking your company. You're like, okay. Or like, it's just weird. I get weird messages every time I post a bag. That's why I think I'm reluctant to post on social media as much as I could because I just get really weird comments. Good morning. Yeah, the Disney one comes up a lot, and that makes sense because Disney is very will go after you. Not like Star Trek, but they will go after Star Trek will be like because Star Trek there's a difference. People don't understand that you can buy licensing from Star Trek to get make fabric. They will look at your fabric and they'll say whether or not it could be underneath their license, and you buy the licensing and use the fabric. Easy peasy. Disney does not do that. But I swear to you, I honestly believe they have secret undercover people in each group. Have you not noticed, like in Joann's, some of these prints that we see for inspired Disney themes are now at Joann's, like Floral Wars, you can get at Joann's. They have like Hawaiian flowers with all the droids and then all the battleships. And I'm like, are you what? Like, what? And then they have their version of Tool now too. So like it's I think they have people that work inside of these things and take ideas and then make it into regular fabric now. But I get a lot of Disney questions. I get people asking me why I don't mention certain that those who should now be named interfacing groups. Like when I do interfacing videos, I hate doing them. Kendall thinks that I should do them because how much I love interfacing, but I get like torn apart. People will message me like, why didn't you mention this person for interfacing? I'm like, because I didn't have their interfacing. I wasn't bashing them, but there's a certain person that thou shall not be named that I get questioned a lot. And I'm like, honestly, I've never really owned any of her interfacing, so I have yeah, yeah, I hope so because it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. So like, here's my thing, right? You go if any of you guys ever been to a Comic Con, there is nothing but inspired artwork. People are paying tens to hundreds of dollars for artwork. And ask me how I know because I took the artist who draws Black Panther for Disney drew Black Panther for my husband wearing a Kappa shirt, and I paid hundreds of dollars for this. It's not licensed. So someone putting it on fabric versus paper shouldn't be that big of a difference, but a lot of people don't see it that way. Oh, you create. I feel like the good and the bad comes with everything. That's just how it is. It just depends on how you take it, and like you have to be in the right headspace. And that's, I guess, that's why, like, I see why I understand why so many people are starting to back away from social media because it becomes like it can be really toxic for you if you're not in the right headspace. And even if you are in the right headspace, it can bring you to a negative space. So you never know. I mean, you never know. Cause I'll go, like this morning, I was like cruising and I was just reading some comments casually in different groups. I'm just like, why would that person say that? And like at one moment, you're like, okay, they should be able to say whatever they want. And because it's a free country, right? And then another moment, you're just like, do you know that you might be hurting the person that you're writing to? Or I don't know. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, I also I'm starting to do the only the only negative thing about glancing and not focusing is that you miss out on stuff. Like I totally missed out on the pre-order for Mojo Sews for her primary colors because I barely go on the on Facebook. I like hop on when I can. Whoa. So Terry. Oh, I wonder what they're gonna do. That's interesting. 2024 is going to be an interesting year. Yeah, that's it. I did not know that. I did. Only reason why I found out about the Star Trek thing was someone else at. I went to a convention and they were like, "Yeah, you, if you design it yourself, you can buy a licensing for Star Trek." I was like, I did not know that. I know, we like Mickey Mouse on everything, everyone. Yeah, I would do Mickey Mouse on everything because it's a Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how people. That's why I told of designers. To me, like I will protect with the thing because like they're creating something for masses of us to use it. So like people being harmful and hurtful to people is just I don't know. Life is way too short. If that's how you get your jollies off, you might want to, talk to someone that has a doctorate of some sort. Talk to a counselor. Like, talk to your friend because no one should be like, yeah, I made this person feel bad. I feel good. Like, I these are things I tell my kids, and I shouldn't be explaining that to an adult. Does it make you feel good to make someone else feel bad? And if that is the case, then you need to reevaluate because it's not going to be you're not going to have a healthy life if that's what you get your jollies off of. That's just a weird thing. But I'm excited because tomorrow me and Amanda are going to be doing the sew along, and Amanda is such a bright light. She is such a happy person. Like what you see on Facebook is how she is in real life. And even when she's like a little upset, you can't tell. She's just a happy person. Um, and she's a joyful person to be around. And I like people like that. I like people that want to be uplifting. I like people that just don't take themselves so serious and they're willing to have fun. And she's a good teacher. She was helping someone that was new right beside her in the class with me, and she's a fantastic teacher, and that's what she does. She teaches people how to sew and kids how to sew in California. So she has abundance amount of patience. Oh yeah, like oh yeah, because cyberbullying is real. Like these are things that people when they see you in real life, they won't never say to your face. It's literally trust me on this. There's people that have said ill things about me, and when they had the opportunity to say it to me in the face, they avoided me like it's a plague. Because some people are just cowards. They get their jollies off of making someone else feel bad, and that should never be the thing. Like if you don't like someone, just don't like them. You don't have to talk bad about them. You just let it be. Because what am I trying to accomplish by talking negatively about someone? Is my end goal to make them learn about their mistakes or make them feel bad? Like it that it's not worth it. If my name is on your tongue more than once a day and negatively, you're thinking about me way too much. Like I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah. Amanda, she's the owner of Suicide. She's in Oceanside, California. I don't know if you let me see if I can pull up her stuff. buffering. Hold on. Suicide. Oh, I'm sorry. My phone is like moves in slow motion, like no one's business. Like, um, all right. We are doing, sorry, I'm like going through her list to get the link. We are doing the, I think it's called the Southeast Tote. It's the clear one with jelly. Um, I'm trying to find the link. We're doing this the Southeast Travel Pouch by Hills Handmade tomorrow. Why am I trying to talk like put this link inside inside my Facebook Messenger? Yeah, so sad. She lives in Oceanside, California. Trust me. When I first read the name, I was like, "What the hell is your name?" But when she said Oceanside, I was like, "Oh, click click." Hello, Teresa. So yeah, that we're doing that tomorrow. I believe it's at, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's at 7-ish. And I was excited because I seen Beth made this bag and she did it so cute. And it was the weirdest thing because I was just staring at the bag and looking through her like the pictures because she has a really cute one. She with her hands. I like her pictures because you can tell how big the bag is based off her hands. I know this sounds really weird, but I like pictures that are not just in the white box, that there's something behind it because I can gauge the size of the bag. So Beth usually has her, it's like a low, you don't see a face shot. It's usually just her hands kind of cradling the bag. And by that, you can see, okay, this is like a 9-inch bag, or this is a 10-inch, or no, this is a 4-inch bag. And every time Beth does a bag, I I immediately look for her picture with her hands because then I can get a gauge of how big the bag is. Does that make sense? Because that's the same thing. Like when I'm buying something on Etsy, I like when someone has like a cut by the painting, or then I'm like, oh, okay, it's about this big. Yeah, I know. It's Oceanside. I know. I was when I first did it. When I first met it, I didn't know what the name was either, and I was like questioning it. But then when she said I met her at So Magical, Florida, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm the owner of Suicide," and I like puppy tilt the head to the side. She's like, "Yeah, I live in Oceanside," like within the same sentence, and it makes completely sense. It's a name off of Oceanside. Sorry, my computer is buffering. Um, yeah, it sounds like a pun. It's just a pun. Hmm. I plan on doing I want to do the jelly binding. I've seen a couple of people do that. I'm curious. I have this really pretty light purple jelly. I now have to look for clear vinyl though. So when I get off of here and I do the other tote, I have to look for clear vinyl. I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot, I don't think. Yes. Yes, to have one thing, even the spacers that people get with their names, it can give you a gauge. So having someone's body, having a body shot or outside shot is always key for me. I'm like, yes, thank you, because get to see true color, shape, or whatever. And then having something like, I don't know, even a ruler by it. Like Kindle sometimes plays like a clear ruler in there so people can get a gauge of how it is. And then my photos in for Etsy, I always pay like because if I do like an Iron Man bag, I have an Iron Man toy, so people can have a gauge because not everyone reads the measurements on a pattern and like how big it is. And I fall guilty of this all the time. Someone asked me with the Aries bag, can I fit a classic zip around wallet? And I only had an NCW by me, and I was able to fit it. But then I realized that the NCW and the classic zip around wallet, they don't have that much of a big of a difference, so it would be able to fit. But if I would have just read the measurements, I haven't made a classic zip around wallet in like 6 months, so I don't know. I know, but it's tomorrow, so I have to see what I have available around my room. I waited to the last minute, but I do have green for tomorrow, and it's not a nerdy shirt. It's actually an adult shirt. I did have people ask me about because okay, this Hoggle and Ludo for 24, and then it says, "Should you need us?" It's Labyrinth. Remember Hoggle and Ludo? Ludo knows. Yeah, I did that for you. I know, I'm gonna shop my room. I think I might have some backstitch clear vinyl. I just need to go through it. And I think I do have Hungry Hippie with the little hearts. I have a lot of jelly, so I'm not really worried about that. It's just clear vinyl. I know. Okay. Aren't those tags the cutest? I put those in every single one of my Lord of the Ring tag bags. Yeah, I like Hunky Hippies. She has really good clear vinyl. I usually get her heart ones, and she has like little hearts. And I got one other one for her. She has this blue that I never seen anyone else have, and I've used it in a lot of bags for like slip pockets. So I don't know. I need to go through that. I'm not really worried about the jelly part, and then I'm gonna cut out the jelly binding. So I'm actually really. Oh, you know what else I'll be worried about? Webbing. Okay. Oh, oh no. Yeah, the taxes are ridiculous. Taxes. Oh man. I know. One of my friends, she lives in Texas, and she talks about their taxes, and I'm really fortunate that the taxes in my area are not that high, like compared to like California or New York. But all in all, we still got to pay. I'm sorry, Teresa. Yeah, Ludo is the cutest. I have a little stuffed animal of him, but there's a pattern on Etsy where you can make like a 3-foot version of him. I keep saying every year I'm going to do it. I just never have time to actually do it. And it looks really, really good. I want to make all the characters. I have two fire guys. I don't have Hoggle, but I did have the worm until a kid broke it. Um, come inside, meet the missus. That person. Yeah. And then I'm trying to figure out my perfect Jared item. I was gonna do like get hands and have like crystal balls in it that were like I had this idea of having Sarah in her dreamscape and have him in his mask inside the ball. I have a lot of big dreams for toys. Yeah. So there you could do no binding. And then there is someone that did a jelly binding. They cut strips of 1 inch. Actually, they said they do 3/4 of an inch. Um, she cuts out strips and from the whole roll of binding, and she binds it around, and it's the same color as the jelly strips that are on the outside of the zipper pocket. I mean, outside of the zipper, because you know how you have the zipper, you put your clear vinyl, and then you have two pieces of jelly that you stitch down so that you can't see the clear the clear round edges. Well, she decided to bind her whole both sides with jelly, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. I know, me too. I would so be like, I wish we did too, because I would literally go to coffee and tea with you. I feel like you're the most interesting person. Yeah, I want to do it, but I feel like I might be setting myself up for failure. But if I failed and it's live, I'm only human. I don't make everything I do is far from perfect. Trust me. Like I've said before, there's like 95% of the stuff I make I don't like. Come inside. Come and get to New Hampshire. Oh God, New Hampshire foliage in fall is gorgeous though. Yeah, I've seen someone else bound with waterproof canvas. I feel like the seams are not very see like I like blown up people's pictures, and I feel like you can do it without it. I don't know why I want to do it with it. I just feel like it looks would be really cool. And also I thought it would be really cool because if you were able to do it with like lights and just like it glows around. Like not doing that. But this is how my mind works. When I get a bag, I think of the most impossible situation to make this get bag in. And then I have to scale it back. Yeah, that's what I do. Cause like I was like, ooh, the maven leather. And then I was like, wait, everyone's having a hard time turning this, so maybe not. Yeah, I think yeah. And then there was somebody in the group that I seen that did had like really like a soft seafoam green, and it was jelly. And they bound it. They said they bought the whole roll and just cut out strips, and then her strips are not 1 inch because normally if I do waterproof canvas, which I really don't like doing waterproof canvas binding, um I do 1 inch, but I never thought about 3/4 of an inch being absolutely perfect and flush up with it. Jelly is I know I have some around here. Hold on. Like, everything's usually within I was trying to look at which one I was going to use. Just jelly is a fabric that you use that is see-through that they use for lights. The Danielle, the one that taught don't mind that, just tossing things around the way. Danielle taught the light class in Texas, and she showed us how to use jelly fabric to have the light shine through. And this is probably a better example. It's see-through, but it feels like literally its name is perfect. It's like a gel. It's like it's soft and pliable. It's not like vinyl, and it doesn't have any frayed edges. So a lot of people are starting to use it for different things. When I made my Dorian bag for my daughter with the Pokemon, I made a pocket in the front that was made out of jelly so she could put her Pokemon cards in and it won't get wet. So this bag that we're doing tomorrow, it has jelly for the bottom gusset, and then it has like 2 accent pieces on the top of the zipper that are jelly. And the bag becomes completely see-through then because you're using see-through jelly, you're using jelly and you're using vinyl, and it becomes a perfect stadium bag. If you could like one up it and put jelly zipper tabs, like zipper tabs at the end with D rings or whatever, and have it as a strap, and it could be a perfect stadium bag because it's completely see-through, or a concert bag. But yeah, that's what it is. It's just I got this from Glitterbug. They had some kind of pack yesterday that sold out really fast, where it was like vinyl and jelly combination pack. I had no idea. And I'm blaming that on Amanda because she probably knew. um, yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yes. That's what I told. Jelly's a thing though, because I told you the first time I got Lauren's clips, I was like, oh my God, they remind me of my jelly shoes that I had in school. Where did I get this? My jelly. I got this pack at Sell Magical, and it came in a pack of 24, and it has 24 different colors. And I got that from Glitterbug. But the one I got from So Magical Florida was from Alma, from So Awesome. And I have rolls. I have like this beautiful light purple and this one that looks like, I don't know if it's gray or blue. It's so light, but I don't know if it's, honestly, I look at it and I'm like, I'm not apparently good with colors. So, and I think I'm going to use one of those, and it comes in like the rolls. She had them matching her, she had chains that were not metal. They were like a shell beads, and they matched that color. So I've got 2 different ones from 2 different people. Yeah, I see that. No, I have actually a convention that same weekend. So no, I really want to because the teacher lineup looks phenomenal. Like there's so I want to take the English paper piecing. I would take Danielle's light class again. I know that sounds weird, but the thing about Danielle, what I really, really liked about her, she was learning new things while she was teaching. So she was like trying to make her methods better. And then she came up with a different idea. And I love that as a teacher because like if the teacher's constantly learning, then that means you're constantly learning. So I would take her to light class again in a minute. And I think she's doing an eat a bag. They have people that are going to show you how to do cosplay costumes. That Tennessee looks like it's on fire for teachers, and I would recommend people to go. That teacher list has so many different avenues that was not available at the last Texas one, but is available for Tennessee. And then I believe Hartwood and High going to be there. So many different vendors. So if you've been waiting to get Hartwood and High tags, that's a perfect opportunity to go so you can see the tags in person. And I don't know. And Jade's really nice. Yeah, they're very because it feels like gum. It it feels like juicy fruit sticks. Like, you know what I'm talking about. You got a stick of juicy fruit. So yeah, I'm gonna look for that after I finish my tote and then cut out all the pieces. That is at 7. So everybody bring your beverage of choice, whether it's alcoholic or non-alcoholic, because it's St. Patty's Day. I'm gonna probably drink a Guinness. It's been a minute. No one drinks in my house. I usually use beer to marinate food. I thought it was awesome. The first time I sewed with it, not for a lighting purpose, but just because I had an idea that this would make a cool pocket. Like I made it, it looks similar to like this. It had cam snaps and it was sewn down. And my daughter is rough on bags and she could put all her Pokemon cards in there and they won't get wet. So this was on top of another bag and I haven't had any issues. I check it every day. No issues so far. She likes it though because it's like not see-through like vinyl, but it's still transparent enough that like teachers or anyone knows that they're cards. So she likes it. That was fun for me. Because I always try to see how I can incorporate it. And when I seen this the tote that the pouch we were gonna make, I thought this was really cool because I thought this would be a really good makeup pouch. Like I wanted to try to make the persimmon with it because it's not see-through, but it's transparent. It's a weird thing. I feel like it could be used for a lot of pouches or dop kits. Okay, well, I am going to drink some coffee and work on this tote, and then I need to start working on my list of shipping stuff out because I'm actually waiting until Kendall gets home. I need to gather some addresses and ship a whole bunch of stuff out. um, yeah, and then hopefully if I can finish this tote, I can cut another one and make the video for it. Tomorrow you will have the video for the Lamanza bag, which I like, and I think once you make it, it's gonna blow your mind. And that is it. I hope everyone has a really good day. You're able to get some sewing in. Even if you don't, stay safe, okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye.